does not seem to be going correct. Ta-da, ta-da, ta-da. What's going on, Panthers? Rule 95. Sometimes this computer doesn't show me exactly what's going on, so bear with me for a second. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Ta-da! Yeah, right. Hey, it's still the preseason for me, just as well as it is the preseason for the Carolina Panthers. So appreciate everybody bearing with me there. I thought I was live like 2 or 3 times. Was not live, but I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Chris Jenkins, credentialed media member covering the Carolina Panthers for Charlotte Vibe. And tonight I did not travel to New England. Volume extremely low. Really? Anybody else say the volume is extremely low? If so, I can turn it up. So let's get going to talk about this game. You can barely hear me. All right, all right, all right. How about now? How about now? You can probably hear me a lot better, right? Can you hear me a lot better right now? Keep playing with new stuff, man. All right, so I know you got to be able to hear me now, right? So let me get to talking. Volume still can't be low. I'm gonna keep going. I think that's a delayed. All right, better, yeah. So I got new equipment. Y'all know the deal. But yeah, so I did not travel to the Patriots game. And I'll tell you why. It wasn't because I felt like it was going to be a good game. I really wanted to go to this game, but I just had a little vacation, trying to get my rest because I'm going to be bringing you guys a ton of videos this season. Just trying to take all the personal time that I can because most of the time I'm a one-man band. So anyway, we're going to talk about whatever you all want to talk about tonight. We're going to talk for about 30 minutes. I haven't done like a free-for-all kind of chat, and this one is going to be it. So let me just tell you, Chris Jenkins already said this live video. So if you're watching the recorded video, thank you for watching. If you're watching live, appreciate it. Let's get some questions going. Engagement is what I want to do. And hit that bell notification. That way, the next time I go live, which will be pretty soon, you'll be able to take part in the conversation. I already talked to players this season about who I have lined up to come on the show. We're going to do some live stuff. So there's the plug about why you should follow, subscribe, hit the notifications, and hit the like button. Now, let's get into this preseason game number 3. And let's go through these questions. Any info on Cam's foot? So if you all have not seen it, Cam is in a walking boot. And I can't say that means a whole lot. And I'm going to say I'm not a doctor, so please don't jump on me all about that part, but he's in a walking boot, and that for me says that he's hurting a little bit. Had another member of the staff carrying his bag out. Obviously he can't, but you know what? There's video of Cam walking out. Sorry, lightning just struck. And one thing that I did like about that video, and I'm gonna see if I can find it really quick, was that he didn't have a major limp in that walk. Let me see if I can find this for you guys really quickly. Put it on the screen for you. So you can see this walk of Cam Newton. There's one video, but it's pretty short. Let me see if I can find another real quick. Bear with me, bear with me, bear with me. I think it's about to storm here where I'm at. See if I can find this really quickly. Oh, I think it's on Bleacher Report. Give me one more second, guys. This is live video, so we ain't gonna be rushing because we on here just to show the world what we got going on. All right, here we go. Let me get this link on the screen so we all can take a look at it. And you guys can tell me what you think about what I'm about to show you. All right, here we go. Come on up screen. Boom. We scroll up here a little bit and check it out. Scroll down just a little bit. See this video right here. So this is video of Cam Newton walking without a boot. I'm sorry, with a boot on his left ankle. And media members watching. I'm gonna let this play one more time for you guys so you can tell me what you think. Here's Cam. Michael Jackson pants on and a boot. Walking out of Gillette Stadium. All right, so there you go. What do you guys think of that? I think that he hurt his ankle. I think that is not that bad. Again, just going by that video. I know Rivera likes to do things out of an abundance of caution. So there you have it. I don't have any inside information on that. You know, they're going to be extremely protective of that information. But I will ask you this. This means, should he have played? It's a preseason game. And I'm going to say yes, he should have played. And Rivera talked about the fact that you can't, preseason game, you still have to practice before you play. And you still want your quarterback to go through it. So this was his first time being out on the field, and he got hurt. It's just, we can't forget it's football. You can't just say, I'm not going to let anybody see any contact until game one. Then you're going to say they have all this rust on them. So I feel like you guys can tell me what you think, but yeah, he's walking fine. These boots are amazing though. So let me go up to some more comments because I feel like I'm about to be all over the place because I'm not happy with the games that we've been playing. It's preseason game number 3. It was a lot of excitement for this defense, and I don't feel like we're seeing much. There's some flashes here and there, like Brian Burns still had some sacks even though they were later in the game. You look at our first quarter stats. Offensively, I don't know. I know we had like under 50 yards of offense, and what's most disappointing to me is Rivera spoke about how this game was game plan 4. They prepared for this game. They were trying to do things this game. They were trying to win. They were trying to score. And you look at that first team versus first team in that first quarter, we didn't score. And New England did score. And we lost the game. So I know that there's another switch that guys can flip once the regular season hits, but I won't say there's extremely strong concern, but I could definitely say I'm not happy with the way these guys are playing right now. So let's go ahead and go to some of these comments here. Brian Burns, let me get some shout outs to Panthers Rules, saying Brian Burns, Defensive Rookie Player of the Year. Taylor, my hype is dead. Say sad day to be a Panthers fan. Yeah, the hype has to be gone. The hype has to be gone from this defense. And with the talent that they have, you have to hope that there's a communication issue, there's a scheme issue, there's a motivation issue. I mean, talent-wise, they have it. They no doubt have it talent-wise. So you just have to hope that basically it's like, when you're trying to start your lawnmower, I know I'm doing the lighter thing, but you try and start the lawnmower, don't start it first, and then it ignites and it goes. You got to hope that's what's going on with this defense. Shaq, what's up, Chris? Players in the locker room seemed optimistic regarding Cam Newton. Yeah, one thing about Cam Newton is that the guy is a monster. He can take a beating like no other. So you saw him walking. I showed the video of him walking out of the stadium. So you don't know for sure, but you have to feel optimistic that they were just being cautious. The guy gets hurt. It's preseason. I agree with this. There's absolutely no reason to bring him back on the field after he's already gotten hurt. LBH says it's pure trash. It was. So what do you think about the backup QB performance tonight? I'm gonna be honest, I kind of faded on watching the backup quarterbacks and their performance, but I think they were a lot better today than they were last week. Last week when they were here in Charlotte, they were all noticeably throwing the ball high. Not so much making bad targets, but bad choices on who they're going to go to. But the balls were all like sky high, sky high. So I do like that they were a lot more on target tonight. They seemed a lot more calmed down, a lot more poised. And I feel like overall, though you may not know exactly who you want your backup quarterback to be, you feel like you have something to build on going into the game number 4, seeing very much more significant time from these guys, and then giving that person that you choose after game 4 some time to develop and be solid. Will Greer looked better, Kyle Allen they all look better. So that's my thoughts on that. Chris not traveling equals bad luck. No, that's not true. Josh Slope not really about the same. Taylor Styles Panthers will be lucky to win 6 games without Cam. Yeah, if Cam's not playing, there's definitely the hype is gone if Cam's not playing. I agree with you there. Markel doesn't like Cam, I guess. Nobody's in a good mood to say update. I gave the update on Cam. Cam's in a walking boot. No updates. More information to come. I'll definitely stay on top of that, and subscribe if you haven't hit the notifications, because I'll absolutely be on top of that. Some people wanting to throw the ball away. Lightning strike is a sign. Defense looked horrible. Run game was even worse. You see the hesitation because, everything just nothing looks that great right now. The first play of the game, you're like, cool, Luke's out there. They go to run up the middle. Luke comes in and makes a tackle. There's another play early on where Dante Jackson gets the guy on the, it wasn't a reverse. I forget the exact play. They went misdirection. They came that way, and Jackson got him. You're like, okay. And then it just, they did what they doing. And a question that I would go to ask Rivera is, again, I'll revert back to stuff that he talked to us about during the week and said that you love playing the New England Patriots. They played the Patriots for several years now. And the preseason is a very good measuring stick. It's the gold standard. It's Bill Belichick. It's Tom Brady. Gives you a chance to know how much work you gotta have. And I would assume that he gave the guys a mouthful tonight, because they showed tonight that they have a ton of work that they need to do. The whole time Luke was in the, I'm reading the comment now, I'm sorry. The whole time Luke was in the game, he was favoring his wrist. No updates on that. And I'm struggling to go through these comments properly. All right, I got this back. Everyone's hyping for the game. Cam, when he got hurt, everyone blames the coach. Yeah, you guys can, hey, we can, like I said, we're going to talk free form for the next 18 minutes. You can't get mad at the coach for playing Cam. Cam has to get some reps with the first unit. He has to get some sync. Now, he doesn't have to play every game, but he needs to get some reps. And I think I saw someone make a comment about it. One thing that you can do is you can try to hold him out, but when he gets in, he's going to be Cam Newton. You can't, it's like you can never stop him from going to be who he is. And he threw away the ball earlier on in the game, but you probably feel like Cam has been just dying to get in there and get some action. And when he had that chance to scramble, he really wanted to say, hey, I'm not going to be in here long. Let me make a play. So I honestly feel like if you look at that mentality that Cam has, that dude wants to play all the time. So he's not so amped up and trying to do so much when he goes out there at once. Let him know, hey, you're going to play four plays, come out. You're going to play 4 plays, come out. In other games, so he's not trying to do it all in this one game. Anyway, I'm going to try not to harp on certain things too much. Uh, just reading some comments here. I'm gonna pick one to read here. Injuries are part of the game. Trent said he'd be played if it was a regular season. Seems like the defense played really well tonight. I disagree with you. Oh, well, I think if you had us all Tom Brady staying there, we'd have a different opinion about how the defense played. They didn't play horrible, but they weren't playing to win that. I won't say they weren't playing to win. They weren't playing looking like they were going to be victorious. Still the Patriots, though. Defense is too old. Nah, the defense got a lot younger. Butler, you saying the defense is old? No. Brian Burns is young. Gerald McCoy, I mean, he's not fresh young, but he's not, mid 30s. He's still. I don't feel like we got a lot younger. Eric Reed is dirty. I will say this about Eric Reed. You kind of saw the play and you saw him lead and the guys going down. You're like, man, Eric, why did you do that? You know with your activism that you are under the microscope and yeah, play the game hard. But if that guy's already down like that, you could have avoided the hit. And I don't think it's just that he's dirty. I feel like it's just more of an overly aggressive thing that he's trying to do with some guys. My 2 cents opinion. If this game was I don't know what your comment was there, Kelly. Oh, if this game was planned for, we are in trouble. Yes. Go back. I think it was, they practiced Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I think it might have been Tuesday that Rivera stated that this game they were game planning for. And having a guy like Chris Hogan on the team who formerly played for the Patriots was helpful in getting this plan together, and this was going to be different because in the other preseason games, they're just looking to see how a player performs in certain situations. So it almost doesn't even matter what's happening. They're going to run these plays, they're going to run these schemes, they're going to do this because they're just trying to evaluate. But this game here was completely game planned for it, and it wasn't anything impressive. It's something strange, and I'm not going to pick on him at all because he's been so good. Christian McCaffrey dropped the ball. How many balls did Christian McCaffrey drop all of last season? I really think he didn't drop any, and he dropped one tonight from Cam. I will say this: while Cam was in the game, his stats were 4 for 6, 30 yards, 5.5 yard average. He did get sacked twice. Those were on blitzes, so you have to wonder if those were communication issues where he was able to get sacked twice in only 3 series. I don't believe he made it 4 series. But, yes, it's some questions there. Definitely some questions there. I would never start starters in the preseason. I'll come back to that because I've talked about that a lot. This team has taken years of my life. Is that the number 4 quarterback for the Patriots? The guy that drafted after career, I'm not sure. O-line was garbage. O-line was definitely suspect at times. Cam can break his spin in half and probably still walk out of the prime. I won't doubt you on that one. Appreciate the tweets there, Shaq. Let me know that Jordan Rodriguez said that they don't think that Cam's ankle is too bad. It's just a sprain. The monster stays hurt. I'm tired of Cam. Rivera should be ashamed of himself, as Tepper needs to be making a phone call. Coaching sucks. Hey, do you guys think that Rivera will be on the hot seat if Cam Newton is healthy and they don't make the playoffs? I think that's a loaded question to ask right now because they just lost, because there's so many other things to go into that with the New Orleans Saints looking like they're a contender for sure. Atlanta Falcons don't look bad. We're in a tough division in the NFC South, so For me, that's hard. That's a loaded question because it just depends on how they play. If they're not successful, are they competitive, or are they just getting slacked? Right? Brandon, what's up? This was a tough game. We didn't score at all. No, it was bad. It's pretty bad. Didn't like it. North Turner sucks. All right, let me see if I can scroll down some more. I think Eric Washington. Here's something. I'm gonna give you guys a few more tidbits, and then I'm gonna go back to those comments. Help me figure out this. Here's the did you know? Did you know that Rashawn Golden did not even travel with the team to New England? That's something that I think should be a headline. Rashawn Golden did not play because he did not even travel with the team to New England. That was a coach's decision, and he said that it was not performance related. If all that's true, that means that Rashawn has some behavioral issues, team violations, some policies. If that's the case, I feel like he's in trouble because he struggled last season, and I believe there were some things that Rashawn did last season that was something like that. I can't remember, but I feel like he got in a little bit of trouble, not from his play, but just his, things that he was saying. Maybe something he tweeted. I don't know. I don't remember clearly. But this is only a second-year guy who has not found solid footing on this team. To not travel, and it's not injury-related. You're only a second-year player. You need to get some time. That can't be good. Vernon Butler didn't travel. He's been dealing with some injuries. Kelly Burson Golden walked out of practice. Say, what Rashawn do? We got problems in the secondary. Golden walked off on practice field a couple of days ago. Did he? Did he? Are you telling me I missed something? All right, okay. More than one person's telling me. Okay, I missed him walking out of practice. Wow. He tweeted he has. All right. So, I like to think some of you guys on here are some pretty good follows of news, and somehow, you know what? I won't say somehow. I'm gonna have to revert back and say, you guys know I took a little 3-day vacation because I'm trying to get all my personal time in before I just go real deep into covering this team. As I promised you all at the beginning of the training camp, I'm gonna do reports every single day that there's practice, and I have been. So I'm gonna have to chalk that one up to my vacation to Tampa. Vernon Butler's the biggest bust since Greg Holt. Yep, you missed it. Was not a lot said about it. Thank you, Kelly. What else do I want to talk about here? Let me put up a little graphic here. I haven't put up any graphics. Use all this new software that I have for you guys. And then we got about 9 more minutes left here. I'm going to take all of your questions super quick because I want to talk to you guys. I work for you guys. All right, let me get this graphic up here. And what was I going to talk about? Panthers versus Patriots. Here we go. What do you think of PI challenges? Preseason top. All right, got a new graphic I'm going to put up for you right about. Boom. Now, see that? See that right there? That's my last topic, and then I'm going to read all you guys' questions. And as always, appreciate it is some thundering going on here in Charlotte, but I appreciate everybody that follows along. Appreciate you guys dealing with some of the gaffes that we've had during this preseason. We're almost around the corner to the regular season. Have a lot lined up. I say I work for you guys. I mean it passionately. I mean it sincerely. If you see me out, say what's up. Let's take a selfie. Let's take a picture. If there's questions that you want to have answered, let me know. I will go into the locker room, ask that player, ask that coach, and post it online for you to see. If you haven't done so, take a look at my channel. You'll see tens and tens of videos of me working for you guys and doing just that. So I appreciate you tuning in. All right, so what do you think of the pass interference challenges, right? Coach Rivera did it twice tonight. My opinion is that he was doing it just to try to gauge and see how the referee is going to call this thing so he can determine how he's going to use it during the regular season, in my opinion. It looks like it's just going to be something that referees will do if there's an extreme circumstance. If you just call it on a regular play where guys are running down the sidelines and they're just, pushing and pushing back and forth and there's no call on the field, I feel like that's going to stand when they challenge. I feel like it's only going to be a case where, like the New Orleans game, which will be very few, that they allow this to be called, because otherwise I feel like you're going to see coaches telling the quarterback to throw it deep and let the guys fight for it and see what happens. And I hate when they bring so much technology into the game, but I know people get upset when there's a bad call, but you keep slowing the game down, right? They're going to get longer and longer because you have things like this. But now let me go to the comments and see what you all think about this topic right here. When coaches actually start coaching. Why do our DBs play off so much? I'm back, awake. I can't believe we lost again. Heineke, the odd man out. You guys talk about the quarterback situation. All right, here we go. PI challenges are terrible, says dude. Let's see what my man Leonard says. PI challenges seem like dangling a carrot for coaches to waste challenges unless it's like the Rams Saints blatant call. Yeah, I feel like it's going to be a waste. PI, a mixed bag for me, but if refs wouldn't screw up the obvious stuff, we wouldn't even need it. Hey, I say this with the refs, I say this with players, I say this with me. Let's not forget in this world of entertainment and people being on television that we all are just people, doing our jobs the best we can, but occasionally there's some mistakes. Now, yes, some people are just terrible, but I think for the most part, you got to realize that no matter what the job is and what the role is, they're a person and they can make mistakes. And these cameras were all over the place. They help see things that you wouldn't see initially. But I think that this is a bad thing, and hopefully coaches go to use it a little bit less. Trill, we got robbed on one of our PI challenges, but we were playing the Patriots. Yeah, I don't want the game to be like technically ran though, so I'm not mad that none of these calls were reversed tonight. Leonard says PI challenges have about as much chance of being reversed as challenges on narrow ball spot challenges. Man, this lighting is bad. I think I'm about to close my blinds so I don't see it. Kelly, what you say about the pass interference? I think the PI. Kelly, what are you saying there? You hate this new tablet? Kelly, what are you saying? Help me out. Retype. Oh, pass interference tonight was just testing out the rest. They cheated. It's New England. I love Carolina. For the record, I've been a Panther fan since we got the team. I love the Carolina Panthers. Keep pounding. I'm just tired of losing. I hear you, Markel. Do y'all not see that lightning to the left of me? We got 3 more minutes, though. Fair enough, I'm sometimes a little harsh on the refs a lot. Yeah, it's all right, man. It's all right. Good system, win games. Yeah, you can't deny how good Bill Belichick is and his system, man. Let me go ahead and get this question down. P.I. made Rivera look desperate. I don't think he was desperate. I really feel like he was just trying to see how it may be called. That's my opinion on that. All right, we got about 3 minutes left here. I want to see what other questions you guys may have. I'm assuming everybody can hear me a lot better now than they could at the beginning. Trying a new setup here with the microphone and the camera stuff, so Always appreciate you all bearing with me. Hey, anything you guys want to see from Charlotte Vibe this season? A lot of stuff planned. I'm going to do a lot more live videos. I'm going to go live every game, every pregame, an hour and a half before the game. So be sure to tune into that. Just read my notes here to make sure I talked about everything. We had one guy that they believe had a concussion. And I probably should have looked it up a little bit more before I mentioned it so I could talk more intelligently about it. See if I can bring that up real quick. Greg Little. Yeah, Greg Little. I don't have the official word, but I know when he went off, they feared that he had a concussion. So we'll keep you updated on that as well. Chris, is this the last of the puzzle? Is the new coaches? Coaching. Let me see if I can think about coaching. I'm thinking on this coaching question because somebody has said this more than one time talking about the coaches tonight. Let me go to that question about Holyfield. Holyfield, I know Coach said this tonight. He said that they really, really want to have an extended look at Scarlett. And they did just that. Scarlett had 10 carries, 24 yards. And he was in that game a lot. To me, that, earlier I predicted Scarlett making the roster, feeling like Holyfield might be a practice squad guy. And Cameron Artis-Payne, I hope they just let go just for the sake of, I don't feel like they're ever going to really utilize that guy. And he's been playing with us for 4 or 5 years. Special teams, yeah, that could be a role for him, but I feel like you got enough other guys that you may want to develop at this point that you have some more faith in. So let Cameron Artis-Payne go. Go ahead and develop all these other guys. Yeah, Greg Little concussion protocols, what you guys are saying. I like how y'all have my back. We're like a team here. Y'all get it. Sometimes I'm a little short on getting information because it's just me. It's not regular season yet where I have my full staff. Which, by the way, you will see the debut of my co-host, Margaret. She will be joining me in the press box this Thursday when we take on the Pittsburgh Steelers for our final game. So look forward to meeting her. Be nice. Ask plenty of questions. She'll be manning the Twitter account on game days. Yeah, they did run Scarlett a lot, and Rivera said that they really, really wanted to get a much bigger look at him, and they did just that tonight. And I think Cap is a Brenton Burson of running backs. That's funny, man. I gotta laugh. I have a sense of humor, so yeah, I think that's pretty funny. All right, so that concludes this live broadcast for tonight. I appreciate everybody that tuned in and watched. It's now 11:30. Tell a friend about Charlotte Vibe. Speak to me when you see me out. I will be at all the home games, of course, and we'll be traveling to quite a few of the road games. I think I'm going to go to 5 of 6 of them. And leave comments for anything that I didn't talk about, that you have a question about. I will go into that locker room and get those questions answered for you. Chris Jenkins for Charlotte Vibe. Everybody have a good night. Carolina Panthers fall to the New England Patriots. They are now 1-3. Final matchup is the traditional matchup against the Pittsburgh Steelers, which will be back in Charlotte next Thursday at 7 p.m., and I will continue to bring you coverage. Everybody have a good night.